And there we are. Yeah.
Man, my wet palette looks disgusting. It's just the paint soaked up by the sponge. Lucky Bat, ooh ooh, red Coke first. Cake the Bandit, and in and disliked. Nice.
Yeah.
Get a load of that fresh palette, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what do I need? Working on this lady. I'm going to paint her skin.
And there we go.
Take the Hun came for the painting. What will I stay for today? Today I made a bad choice and I watched like a half dozen super salty videos about the big Games Workshop releases yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Man, people
That's awesome.
got really mad at the stuff that came out.
Interesting. Like, what are they mad about?
Well, some people just hate the look of the orcs. Which, fair, I guess. And then a lot of people were mad that all of the Kill Team stuff is behind a paywall.
What?
Well, you can't get the rules right away if you don't buy that big box.
Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah, but it's always evil. It's a paywall. Also, if you want only the orcs or only the Death Corp, you also have to wait a little to get those separately.
Oh no.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't sound like you're furious.
Yeah.
Do you realize that you have to look at the contents of the box and then make a decision on if you want it or not?
Yeah. How odd.
Also, someone who was like, "It looks like you get a lot of orc terrain, but they've been caught lying in the past. So take what they have shown off as with a grain of salt.
God.
You're gonna get what they were sort of caught lying. They used the wrong photos for one of their articles, and then later on they fixed it so that they were showing the correct photos.
And
So
I'm
it
sure
was
some Brit got fired for that one.
I hope so. What am I supposed to be doing? Lowering the contrast. There we go. Lucky Bat Flesh.
Did you see that the Beast Snagga box is coming out? The pre-order is the 17th.
God, they gotta slow down with some of this stuff. I can't keep up. I'm not even buying any of it, really.
Yeah. Beast Snagga box pre-order on the 17th. It comes with the Beast Snaggas and the new codex, the limited edition codex, and there's some cards or something.
Interesting.
Yep.
I like cards. They make you feel like you're doing something.
That's true. I don't know what these cards are. Oh,
Yeah.
They're like looks like they're command point. This one says command reroll. Like it shows what you can do. I don't know.
Remember in 8th edition when they had the mission cards and you drew?
Yes.
That was so much fun.
That was fun.
I hope that's still like how it is. I hope that's still how it is. You can't use the 8th edition cards though.
Of course.
Unless you're playing 8th edition.
We're gonna have to get more cards. Power Surge. I'm not an orc player, but I'm so tempted.
They are cool.
They're cool. Man, I think the only thing that's preventing me is I don't know. They don't really fit in with my beach. Life's at beach. The only thing that I could think of is, and I'm sure this would be a bitch to do, is like replacing their pelts with like shark pelts or having a octopus or something on there.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, but that'd be pretty cool.
What's up with the dude? I was way more hyped for the new Kill Team box than the Beast Snaggas. I am so hyped for the Commandos. I know a lot of people were using like three different YouTube videos use the word hostage, held hostage. So I'm wondering if somebody puts out a video, other people watch that video, and then they replicate the video.
What's held hostage?
The whatever it is you want in the big box that's not... Like, if you only want the Death Corp of Krieg, they're held hostage in that box until they come out later. And then are available to buy for years.
Mm-hmm.
CNBQ, things happen. People mad!
Mm-hmm.
5-string Connor, or buy one of the halves on eBay. But then you're supporting scalpers. General Sherman 1, not to get political or anything, but who is still buying the Steel Legion Infantry Squad, which is still in metal? I saw that it's still, you can still buy it.
Yeah.
They don't look good. I guess Steel Legion must be just popular enough that people can get it. Honestly, the Steel Legion, is the only difference between them and the Krieg a slightly different shaped gas mask? And they carry regular las guns instead of like the flintlock las, or not the flintlock, but the wooden stocked las guns that the Krieg carry. Like, is that the only difference? Is khaki and green instead of blue and blue? Michael Smith's dev copies look cool, but the little connection points look kind of dumb. I am so happy about the connection points because I hate Games Workshop flying stands. They are my arch nemesis. They're terrible. They snap.
Well,
they're ugly. They always have a bubble.
I mean, I think they should just make the models floating. But
yes.
You know, that maybe that's just me.
Yeah. And that means that either they have to go on the 60mm flying stand, which is way too big, or the 32mm flying stand, which is way too small. Now it looks like they're on the 32x60 cavalry bases, which are wonderful. Perfect choice.
Reed, hey Jade, do you like Wendy's or White Castle more?
I think Wendy's, there's not really a White... I don't really go to White Castle. I don't really go to Wendy's either, but...
I mean, you're correct, though. That's a weird... I feel like that's... I guess it's kind of hard... Like, White Castle is such a weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like it's not... I mean, it is a fast food, but I feel like it just doesn't even fit in with everything else. With all the other fast foods. Like, if you were, like, you know, McDonald's or... Wendy's. I feel like that's an even fight.
Chicken Oaks, wubba-lubba-dub-dub, gamers!
Yeah.
Alfarius just had a shitty breakup. Glad to see you're streaming. Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm sure you're too good for her. Or him.
Exactly.
There's a hole in my straw.
Did you get it at Wendy's?
No, this is White Castle. This is a White Castle Taco Bell cup.
Exactly.
Michael's bits. They're way better than the flying stands. They should have invented repulsor lift technology.
Yeah, obviously.
ZNubiQ? I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to point out a Steel Legionnaire in a lineup of Death Corps. Yeah, I mean, you know, trench coat and gas mask. You seen one, you seen them all. Five-string Connor, the real important thing is that we got a squig in an animated trailer, and it was glorious. Also, I am a scalper. If I buy the box, am I a scalper if I buy the box and sell the orcs? Nope. Sell them to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the only way to be a scalper, I think, is if you like don't like 40k, but you see an inn and you figure out a way to buy like 50 boxes, and then you sell them for way too much money. I think if you're just a regular person who bought a couple or one, and you're selling the contents you don't want, that's obviously fine.
Yeah, I think a scalping level is when you have a scheme going.
Yeah, if you have a storage unit, you're a scalper.
Yeah.
Wait, does one have a spike on the helmet and the other does not? I don't think either of them have a spike. Chicken Eggs. Wow, Jay, are you saying you're gas mask blind? Power surge. I worked at White Castle when I was a teenager. People ordered 50 mini burgers at a time very frequently.
Amazing.
I mean, how many? Are they mini? Like, have you ever seen the gummy cheeseburgers? Are they that small?
I don't think. I think they're a little bigger than those.
You ever make a burger and then you know what Hawaiian rolls are? They're like those sugary bread.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If you use that for buns, like you can buy them in packs of 4 and you cut them all in half and you use that as a bun. Whoa, it's pretty great. I mean, it's just a burger with lots of sugar, so win-win.
Yeah, I think I would go into diabetic shock if I had one of those. Michael Spitz, I'm just in for the box. Who gives a fuck about the minis?
Yeah, exactly.
But the dude, one of those new orcs has a beanie that makes it better than everything else that exists.
I agree. The beanie is awesome.
The beanie is so fun.
It is. I'm really excited though to see because there's a lot of weird stuff. Like there's one guy has like a ram bar, like a police door hitter. It'd be really fun if all of this new stuff has rules and kill team.
I mean, it would have to, right?
Yeah. What is that just going to be like? Yeah, he has a door rammer for fun, but actually he's just I got a shooter and a slugger.
I mean, that would be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be horribly dumb.
General Sherman 1. The Steel Legion have no stocks on their guns, have different helmets, lower cut coats, and would imagine have more special weapons considering that they're only regiment that makes a real world sense. Wait, aren't they the same thing as the Death Corp though? Doesn't the Death Corp make real world sense?
And they have bigger wieners.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna throw that in there for fun. Oh no! Kino Kinanes, I saw someone call the beanie orc the Tim Pool orc.
Oh no! Oh, speaking of getting political. Also, what do you think is under Tim Pool's little beanie? I think it's another Tim Pool. It like remember in the first Harry Potter, the Voldemort guy? He had Voldemort on the back. I think that's what's happening.
Oh my god. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Love a good kill team.
Chicken nugs. The bomb squig needs a beanie too. It's like peanut butter without jelly.
Ah, that would be so fun. You know what? I bet you can green stuff that right on there.
Josh Agwire, you like the door ram guy? They are just as ugly as the Palanite Space Police door rams. What is a Palanite Space Police door ram? I remember Space Police from Lego. That was a fun line.
Mm-hmm. Kind of problematic now, but
yeah. All of the villains were aliens, and all of the cops were humans. You could call them illegal aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, the dude. Apparently, the kill team has its own data cards, and the Kriegsman and kill team are going to have 7 wounds, so a Marine should have about 10. Nice.
Five-string Connor. When do the Primaris? Wow, sorry, Jesus Christ. When do the Primaris get squigs?
Tomorrow.
When do the Primaris? When do the get Primaris squigs? That's what the question is.
Ah. when do the get Primaris squigs?
Yep.
Probably tomorrow.
Yep. Exactly.
I love options. And so I totally get like if people are like, I don't really like the squigs because orcs have a really big range, and so you can go, buggies and bikes like I'm gonna do. You can go squig. You can go like mechanize with lots of orc mega knobs. You can go gun line with the the guns. What are they called? The grot guns.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go green tide. So all of those seem very viable with lots and lots of kits.
Very true.
And you can go fly, like, you know, you can do lots of flyers with Daka Jets, Blitzabombas, and Defcoptas.
And we love flyers here. At,
Love
EOB.
flyers. Can't get enough of them, I say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think they should be taken out of the game. I just think they're clunky. Palanite
Power
equals
Surge.
Necromunda. Ah.
Power Surge, you guys seen that animated video, What's Under the Hat of Tim Pool? No.
No.
But, gotta watch that.
Is it Voldemort's head? I don't know anything about Tim Pool. I just saw his Joe Rogan interview, and I thought he seemed a little meh, a little annoying.
XenoBQ, or obviously, you could go the best route and go Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
Exactly.
Film with the dude. I love the squigs. They're so cute, and they probably smell like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Lux Fairy, hey yo, have you heard about the new Black Templar release? What do you think about it? Is it real for sure? Well, it's definitely real because it was on the Warhammer community thingy. But I'm not gonna have any thoughts until we see models, because that's all I care about. If they have models and they're cool, I'll buy them.
Would you buy them right away?
If they were really cool,
What if they were only pretty cool?
get around to it. So, you know, same as all things.
Yeah. I guess, is there like a certain amount that you have to get done on your Black Templar? Before
Ooh,
you
that's
grind your
a...
stuff for it?
Oh, God, I have so much to get done. Hopefully it comes out in the fourth quarter, which seems to be what people are guesstimating, so that gives me a little bit of time. Man, I think I have to at least have Indominus finished to even think about buying anything for my Black Temp.
Interesting. Michael Spitz, cuteness from least to greatest, Nurglings, Squigs, and Servitors.
Ooh, well, definitely not Servitors. Servitors are gross, and the models look bad. They need new models. Or they don't.
Okay, so then what's cuter, Nurglings or Squigs? It's
Ah!
kind of hard.
I think Nurglings are cuter than Squigs, but Gretchen are cuter than Nurglings.
Ooh, I'm down for that. Yeah, I kind of feel like Gremlins are way cuter. Grots are way, way cuter.
Mm-hmm. Did you just call Gretchen's Gremlins?
I
Do you
did.
even like orcs?
Mm-hmm. I forgot the name of them for a second.
ZWK tips. Dentists are real. Remember to dislike. That is all.
Goodness gracious. They are real.
Hope it's a Black Templars versus a Nidbox. Kinones. I think so. Orcs and Necrons are getting a lot of love. Necrons were like early this year. Orcs are right now. I think next should be the Tyranids, and then after that, probably the Genestealer cult. That would make sense. And then Dark Eldar. I hope Eldar never ever get an update ever.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that all the races get everything fixed and tons of new stuff, and just for no real reason, Eldar never get anything.
Mm-hmm. And there's another, round of Primaris before Eldar.
Yes, yeah, Gremlin, yeah. Ultra Primaris come out before Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Aguirre, Special Ops Grot from new kill team is Chef's Kiss. Oh, it's adorable. His zip, like the zipper is pulled up to his nose.
Mm-hmm.
I think they meant servo skulls on the cuteness list. Well, servo skulls are just skulls. The cherubs are at least are babies or parts of babies.
of babies.
Internet man, rumors are that the Black Templar are getting Primaris Crusade squads, Sword Brethren squads, upgrade sprues, Helbrecht Grimaldus, a standard Castellan captain, Emperor's champion, and a Black Templar themed ancients. Ah, neat. Well, hopefully I hope that the Crusaders are a little bit different, because the way Crusaders used to be is it was just regular Space Marines. In 5th edition, they could switch out their bolt gun for chainsword and bolt pistol, which was a horrible idea. Yeah, Crusade squads were never... I guess they were probably good in like 3rd and 4th edition. They were never good when I played. Holy moly. But I'd like to see some new stuff, especially, but I would like to see them more as maybe like a special forces or an elite, a more elite infantry.
Mm-hmm. Glimmer the Dude, what if Eldar just disappear from the website and lore, all the books are removed?
That'd be amazing.
Yes, I think they should do that.
I think so.
How fun would that be?
That'd be great. No complaints.
Just they take away the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Spitz, yo Jay, yo Nick, yo Lucky Bat. What firstborn should I get for my Smurfs? Let Lucky Bat answer first.
Yes, of course. Fine, Jim Connor. I don't care what we get as long as it's troops. Characters are sweet, but I'd rather my rank and file look good. I mean, you guys saw. I have them right here. You can do some pretty badass Black Templar out of the regular old Assault Intercessor kit.
Mm-hmm.
So if they do come out with something that is the troops, I'll probably just take them and use them as veterans. Because they'll probably be a lot more decorated.
Ah, Lucky Bat. That Michael Spitz, you should get the blue one.
Yeah! I should have cleaned my brushes last night. They're a little chunky. A little crunchy.
Me too.
In my defense, though, I didn't want to.
Well, you know what?
Internet man. But Jay, that takes effort. You're saying I actually have to hobby to have a nice army?
Yes.
Hmm. I know people used to bring up that you could do so much with a lot of the old models, like from 2nd and 3rd edition, where you had like a metal body and then options for arms, and they'd point to all these beautiful pictures. But remember, the really nice pictures of those old armies are the weirdos who, had cameras and tried really hard. Most people's armies look terrible.
Right.
When you go on eBay, do you want to buy used model? Like, do you... you peruse the used models to look at what kind of a condition they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Power Surge, do you green stuff those skulls onto the armor, or do you just glue them on? I just glued them on. They're the Games Workshop Skulls box, which honestly is pretty great. I've bought resin skulls from Green Stuff World in the past, and they're okay, but they had a lot of flash on them, and they were different sizes and kind of ugly. The Games Workshop Skulls box comes with like a few hundred skulls. It's great, and different stuff. Comes with Orc skulls, Genestealer skulls, Chaos skulls, bird skulls.
Skulls.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Good old Lucky Bet helping again.
Tardell painted about a third or 3/4 of a single Primaris yesterday over the course of 6 hours, but man, I had fun with my old buddy. Nice.
Nice.
Abakuma, sweet blends. Thank you.
Little paint party going on over there.
Love a good paint party. I remember when I was playing a lot of X-Wing, usually we would almost always go to the store and buy more models because it was so easy, you know, like $15-20 for a new model, and then while one person is, you know, punching the tokens out of cardboard, the other two are playing a game, and then as soon as it's over, I get to play winner or loser, depending on who wants to take a Tostitos pizza roll break. It was a wonderful time.
A much simpler time as well.
Oh yeah. Power Surge. Also, one thing I want to know, do you guys think it's better to keep your bits on sprue sheets or cut them all out of the sprue sheets and place them into containers? What's your take? I have containers, and it feels a little silly because I almost never dip into them. I feel like baggies might not be a bad idea. Like if you finish a box of Vanguard Veterans, cut off all the bits, put them into a Ziploc bag, and just Sharpie Vanguard Veterans.
Yeah.
But what's kind of nice is
a lot less space.
It takes up a lot less space, and Games Workshop has pictures of all their sprues. So if you're like, I wonder where I can get a lightning claws, you can just look on the Games Workshop web store and say, oh, it comes with, you know, a half dozen lightning claws. I'll go to my baggie. Or you can just dump out the baggie on the table, take a quick look, and then shove it back in the baggie. Baggie.
Maybe if you only have one army, it's a lot easier.
Oh yeah, if you have one army.
Containers.
Lucky Bet. I like your containers. I like them too, but they're a little. They take up a lot of room. Some of them I rarely touch.
I'll touch them for you.
I think I could totally be fine with baggies.
Edscar, containers are the best way to go. Far easier to root through them to find random bits for a conversion. Bags are too hard to see what each piece is, and sprue takes too much space.
Yeah, although then my problem with my bins is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot.
That is a lot of bins. Have less stuff.
Exactly, that's what I should do.
Throw everything out, even your finished armies.
Doomslayer, is Jay shrinking? Old age? I'm actually very small. I'm a perfectly healthy height for a girl my age.
Yeah, what are you, 3'5"?
Yeah.
Power Surge, I kind of regret cutting mine off the sprue because I have a hard time finding bits in the ocean of bits.
Also, like, what bits are you gonna need? Like, I almost feel like you can kind of guess. Like, oh, this is just like a random technical doodad. I'll probably use this for like terrain or something. But it's like, do I need 60 plasma pistols? Fun with the dude. Jay is compact. That's a great way of putting it.
Lucky bad. Jay can actually fit in the bins with the models.
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
space efficient. I'm like IKEA furniture.
Exactly. Swedish.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I was Swedish.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Then I'd be a Muppet with human hands.
Or Squidmar.
Ah.
Either way, maybe.
Michael Smith, does anyone actually buy bits off eBay? I used to a bunch. I used to do a lot more kit bashing. I think because I used to not do as much painting because I didn't have any time.
What a weirdo.
Now I have tons of time, so all I do is paint. And I do hardly any kit bashing. The tricky thing, though, is usually what you want to buy is not really obtainable. Like, if you often you'll want more legs or more torsos, and those usually are a hot commodity. Power Search. I have a local store that sells spruce sheets with some bits missing at a good price. That is brilliant. I heard of another store that has another thing that a couple of stores do, which is like they'll have like a glass cabinet and you can put your stuff in there and put like a price next to it, and then the store owner will sell it for you, and then you guys like split the commission.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
And so you can sell painted stuff, sprue, whatever. Doomslayer, I found the Imperial Assault Jabba model today at retail. Score. Sweet! Internet man, you guys saw the new Age of Sigmar beginner stuff? The sets are just Age of Sigmar versions of the 40k sets, but the Age of Sigmar paint sets are better than the 40k ones. Probably some of the best paint sets in recent memory. They are neat.
Yep.
I think the middle one is probably the winner.
Yeah, probably. Although I kind of like the terrain.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. You get terrain. Probably just buy Dominion.
Yeah. If you want, Dominion is going to be great. Super good value.
But I'm sure when that set comes out, Dominion's gone.
Yeah. I only want to watch it. No way I'm buying whole boxes of knobs just for the squig poles. Yeah. YouTube suck bad. I got a nice bits pile for $7 on eBay with extra model, drones, 1 Necron, 3 Chaos Space Marines. I've been having fun kit bashing my Poxwalkers. I'm making Banner Walker right now. Neat. Yeah, that seems like a cool way to do it. I've had my eye on a couple of eBay lots, but I never pulled the trigger. Because I was like, ooh, that's 4 of these models are really cool, and the rest of them are also there.
Yep, and they won't go for free like I want. Bullshit.
I remember. I don't know what I was thinking, but one time I was bidding on an entire like 3rd edition Grey Knight army, and I thought it was so cool, and they had tons of great old stuff in there. Probably enough stuff to build a couple of old Blood Bowl teams, and an old Grey Knight army and an old Inquisitor army. And the price was not moving, but there was tons of people watching. So I put in my max bid, and it sat as like the winning bid for like a week. And then at the very end, it went for like $300 over my max bid.
Wow. What was your max bid?
Like $100.
$100. Wow. So it went for like $400?
Yeah. It also came with tons of old codexes. It was like a tote box full of stuff. Connor, I'm tempted to...
Michael Spitz, I think Pot Grud is the smallest set.
Yeah! Pot Grud.
I have a Pot Grud.
That's true. I think the smallest set honestly might be the best. Just because it's cheap and easy.
Pot Grud.
I kind of like what they're doing with the starter sets now, where the starter sets are you can buy this and play it, or the start collecting boxes are actually like points costed. So and they actually come with HQs and stuff, so you can play with them.
Yeah.
Because before it's like, ooh, how do I get into this? Well, all right. So first off, but now it's like, okay, you buy this or you buy that, and that's how you can start.
Pot grot.
Internet man, the smallest set has the stab grot.
Ooh, I also have that one.
Good old stab grot.
I have stab grot. Stab grot's very fun. I like both grots.
Josh Aguirre. Well, I was going to work on my towel, but then I remembered that there's no point until next edition. Next edition Kill Team? Or next, presumably? That is true. Kill Team is a little bit in limbo until we see the new rules.
August.
Yeah.
Better be early August, or else I'm going to be pissed.
Fives from Connor. The only problem with Indominus, lots of good value, but it's hard to use it all in match play. Yeah, it was super character heavy. So you'd probably only use, one or two of the 5 characters that came in it.
So they said for Kill Team that they've changed it, like from the ground up or whatever. Do you think they really did?
No. I bet it has some tweaks.
The only thing that makes me wonder is the orcs with random different weapons.
That is true.
There is something to that.
Yeah.
But it's not like they can do that for every single army unless they come out with new things.
Yeah, for every army. I mean, I guess we're seeing the Krieg. Yeah, I didn't look that hard at the Krieg. I wonder if the Krieg have special stuff too. Warhammer community. Because yeah, the orcs had a lot of different gear.
Yeah.
CMQ. From the leaks and all, it has a lot of changes. I think that's probably good. Kill Team is a really fun game, but I think it was a little bit stuck. Where it's like, well, we released all the different armies for 40k, so...
I mean, we had, I don't know how many weeks in a row we played it. 10, 12 weeks in a row. But towards the end, I was like, you know what, let's play, I don't know, X-Wing or something else. Pot grat.
Michael Spitz. Lucky Bat in your professional tournament winning big brain. What firstborn should I get for my Smurfs? Michael Spitz, what models do you have in your army already? Internet man, if you paint stuff based on the rules, you'll never get anything done. That's true, but in Kill Team, where you're painting a very small number of specific models, it probably is best to wait for the rules. Iron Frenzy 217. I keep changing my paint scheme. How do I stick with one? You just stop painting them.
Yep.
And that's the one you got.
Maybe finish it all and then decide if you like it or not.
Internet man, Kill Team doesn't measure in inches anymore. If you have line of sight, you can shoot. With a few exceptions, there are action points for minis and a bit more. That sounds cool. I thought that the ranges were kind of garbage, because almost everything could always shoot almost everything.
Interesting.
CNBQ. It's basically no longer 40k, which is fine, but some of the stuff is stuff I don't like in its source game much either. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, so the Krieg, we've got plasma pistol, power sword, regular gun, regular gun, regular gun, regular gun, regular gun, regular gun. Yeah, so it looks like the Krieg are mostly normal, but then the orcs, I mean, Power Claw, Shoota, Grappling Hook, Bomb Squig, probably a Big Shoota, a Rammer, Rocket Launcher. I don't even know what the weird thing that has like copper.
Lasery?
Yeah, yeah, it must be a laser maybe. A laser gun, a flamethrower, something that may be either a sniper or a big shooter. I love that it has a scope and a regular sight.
It's to be extra accurate.
That's twice as accurate. ZBQ. Silly ass hieroglyphics instead of numbers? Like, why? Interesting.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
What if it really sucks?
Oh, that'd almost be better. Dead drop. I think that the copper thing is a radio gun. So you kill someone with radio, with like...
With tunes?
Yeah, I think what would I want to see in Changed and Kill Team? If they made the scouting phase either good or gone, and then fix morale and fix being broken. That would help a lot. Probably giving all the races equaler options.
And Sniper Grots.
And Sniper Grots. Mega Spitz. Nick J. Look, I bet all I have is the Indominus Marines. I lost to Guard last week, so something needs to happen. Well, I mean, you could probably get good or sabotage your Guard friends. A vehicle might not be a bad idea, so a tank. Probably a tank though, not the transports. Yeah, that's probably what I'd say is a tank. One of the floaty ones. I don't know the names of them.
Floaty tank.
Ooh, a Redemptor Dreadnought. They're really, really good, and they come with tons of options. A Macro Plasma Incinerator will cook his guard vehicles for sure. And if that doesn't work, he can punch them to death. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Get a Redemptor Dreadnought. Internet man. TV did kill the radio star. Edgar, as a guard player, how the f did they win? I'd love to know. Michael Spitz. Tank! Floaty boy go Bert. Redemptor go Bert. Redemptor. Woo! You know, I built the Gatling cannons, and I've used the Gatling cannons in a game, and I actually found that they weren't that helpful because my Gatling lasers killed a lot of infantry. And those were the infantry that my infantry could have taken care of. So all of a sudden, I had lots of infantry killing stuff and very little vehicle killing stuff. And so now I think I'm always going to go Plasma Incinerator, or the Plasma Macro Cannon on my Redemptors, because my army really lacks in heavy-hitting vehicle killing stuff. Ooh, TC Gentry has a good point. Just get an Astrius super heavy tank.
Is that a Forge World?
It is. It's the biggest. It's like one of the biggest models you can get for Space Marines.
You should do that. Spend tons of money.
Yeah.
Spend tons of money. Are there rules for 8th? They're for 8th and not, right? They have
No,
rules
there's
for
9th.
8th for Forge World stuff.
You mean
there's
ninth
ninth
edition?
for
Yeah, there's
Forge
ninth edition rules. It's one book that
Wow.
covers everything.
Why are they on the ball, but regular Games Workshop isn't?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say this. I would never say that there's a PDF available online for all the Forge Rule rules.
Wow. How did they do that?
Well, because obviously they've already written all the rules, and Games Workshop is just dripping out the codexes. Hapakuma, I'll bring my Revenant Titan. 2,000 points. Boom! Edskar, I should specify I'm doing a Tanith first and only guard army, so I don't get tanks, flyers, or any fast attack. Light infantry only. Well, that sounds like your problem right there. No vehicles is probably gonna be tricky, because most things are really good at killing guard. Because guard are not hard to kill. Maybe if you have tons of las cannon heavy weapon teams. Just tons. So their vehicles all die really fast.
Just too many. I always think it's fun when people use their keyboard as a backdrop for EOB Complete.
Well, that's probably where they paint their models. That's probably their everything desk.
It's true. Oh yeah. I remember I had an everything desk.
Mm-hmm.
I love the person that already finished Dominion, but before Dominion was even released.
Yep.
That was pretty funny. Someone finished their Dominion on the 2nd.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz. Some of us aren't as rich as Nick. We can't afford an entire bunker to hobby in.
I guess I should be specific. I think it's really funny when people put the model on top of the keyboard and take the photo with it on the keyboard.
And that always ends up looking a lot worse than the before picture where they took at their hobby desk with the nice lights.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Very fun. Exactly.
The burps are back.
The burps are back. We're bringing burps back. Yep. For 100 patrons, how crazy are the burps going to be?
Oh my goodness.
That's one of our Patreon goals.
Deafening.
Fiery burps for 100 patrons.
Dave Dog, wait, is this the Kill Team Rogue Trader? Oh god, I don't even remember what model is it. I think it's a Rogue. No, it's a Blackstone Fortress mini.
Five-string Connor. What can I say? Keyboards make great dry palettes.
I remember when I was in architecture school, I was in studio and we got computers at our workstations, and they came with these old clunky keyboards, and I sliced the hell out of mine.
Ah, yeah.
And so whoever gets that computer next, they're just gonna have big slice out of one of the keys.
Did you know? I heard they were doing this, and I don't know if it happened or not. I know COVID was a whole thing, but I heard that they were going to get rid of all of the computers in all the studio classes.
I'll take them.
You would have to bring your own.
Seems kind of garbage.
Yes.
But you had to render on those things. They had to have a little. You have to have a little oomph.
I know. I think that they were going to make you buy a very specific kind of computer.
Yeah, because you can't just rock up with a Chromebook and install Rhino.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if they actually did that, that's gonna be pretty garbage. Because I know people were complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to buy a computer."
Lucky bad. On my studio keyboard, the A key was broken. Yeah. Also, every time there was glue on my fingers, I just swiped it off underneath the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I should have taken a picture at the end of studio. Sometimes my hands would get so dirty, but I would not want to go to the bathroom to wash up, and so I would. I had a little thing of sawdust, and so I would actually dip my hands into the sawdust to dry the glue, and then my hands were dry, so I would just keep working.
Oh my god!
And then eventually it would just fall off while I was working, and so it would work out great.
Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, "Yeah, that's the guy that has sawdust all over his hands."
Dave Dog. So you architects don't use 3ds Max for architecture. You use something called Rhino. You used Rhinoceros.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay at best.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Boolean operation failed.
Yep. I know in the beginning classes, you would learn Rhino, and then eventually you'll learn Revit.
I know. I was reading one of my my What a Workshop art of the movie District 9, and they said that they used Rhino for all of the weapons that they made for that movie. That's all my inside industry knowledge of Rhino being used. Because it seemed very much okay.
It kind of seems like Blender, but expensive.
Yeah. God, remember some of the early assignments where we had to hand draft on the computer and it made it 10,000 times harder?
Mm-hmm.
And then later on we found out there's just a button for it that would have fixed everything instantly.
Yes, it's very annoying.
No, but you learned by spending, 25 hours on that assignment, working long into the night while not getting your studio stuff finished. It was a positive experience.
Exactly. I remember I paid someone $5 to do my assignment C for me.
Nice.
Because I didn't feel like doing it, and he did the cheat because there's a way that you could have you could flip it in 3D and then just turn that into a whole thing. Hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I did it for real. And you know what's really funny? In my studio section, the teacher wrote on mine that I was the only person who did it right, and I got a 97. So it still wasn't even correct.
Yeah. That always pissed me off. Is everyone would constantly get, like, some people would actually do it really well and do a really good job, and they would still only get like 97s and 98s.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Just give him the 100. It's as good as it's gonna get. I guess it's one of those things you can always be improving.
Oh, and yeah, and I guess my grade could always be improving too. Although it was kind of hard to get a bad grade in that. It was either you did it or you failed.
Yeah, basically. And some people didn't do it.
Although there was one whole assignment I didn't do and I still got an A. I didn't do the one where you had to CNC mill the foam. I just didn't do that, but I did so well on everything else I got an A. And it didn't matter.
Exactly. And now you're a licensed architect.
Yes!
Yep, and sometimes you don't turn in your code, so everything's all messed up. That's what you learned in architecture school.
Dave Dog, I think your painting is getting better. I think so too. It's a surefire way to get better is to paint every single day for a year. Lots of weird and random stuff. Anything you can get your hands on. ZNibQ, when I was in engineering school, we learned some CAD basics on something called Solid Edge, which I think existed only to be sold to engineering institutions because I've heard of nobody using it for work.
Amazing. That sounds about right. Michael Spitz, my orchestra teacher, wouldn't give you 100% for anything because you can always do better. She gave everyone 99s on a freaking survey.
One thing I don't quite get, and I don't really know how to fix this, but shouldn't 100% always be almost complete, like not real? Because like the average is supposed to be a C, but you're supposed to try for 100% on every assignment always, even if you suck at it or you're good at it, or this seems weird to me.
Yeah. I know. I mean, that's what my my mom said. Like when she was in school, like they always started at a C, and they worked up from there, or down, depending on whatever happened.
No, now it's all about that 100%. Now it's not even like a lot of classes were like 93 and up is an A, not even a 90 is an A.
Mm-hmm.
It was just getting closer to perfection. But it's not like things are really getting closer to perfection. Everyone still sucks. They're just, the grading is getting closer to perfection.
Yeah. Ed Scar, I learned Autodesk Inventor in college, moved to Design Spark Mechanical for hobbying, and then changed to Fusion 360 because that's one of the best free options.
Ah.
Oh, I've used Inventor all right. I used to use Inventor for my job. Good old Inventor. Good old, God. I remember I was doing some crazy stuff. I was like designing decks for a stage. And they have like these special connection points and stuff. And I would have to know a little bit about math in order to be able to figure out where these connection points would go. Because there's no snapping. It all has to be, well, there is snapping, but you couldn't do it that way.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. Where if I was gonna draft that in like Vectorworks, it just snaps. I could just snap it right where it needs to be. It was very frustrating. You need to know the tangent of the circumference of the. Oh God.
You should have said that. I can do this, but I'm gonna have to hand draft it.
Exactly.
I remember in one of the theater groups I'm a part of, there's somebody put out a thing saying, I think it's very valuable for everyone to learn how to hand draft. Hand drafting is still a real thing. And then everybody agreed, except for one person who's like, hey, I'm an industry professional, and my 2 cents are that hand drafting can be a useful skill, but it is not really feasible anymore. If you turn in a hand draft to like a real big professional establishment, they're going to charge you like a $10,000 redrafting fee. Because it's worthless to give them a piece of paper. Michael Spitz, we had a 7-point grading scale, and they changed to 10 points in the middle of the school year, so now everyone's GPA is fucked. Because some things are 4.0s and some aren't, depending on the semester.
Interesting.
So when you were figuring out the tangents and like cotangents and stuff, did you have to go and get a TI-82?
No. I asked someone that I worked with was an engineer, and he explained it. He explained it so I didn't have to do math. Ah, perfect. Because he was like, all you have to do is these very specific things, and you'll be fine. But it was like a process. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I could just snap it. And speaking of snapping, it is 10 o'clock.
Look at that. I think we're getting real close on this lady.
Yeah.
A little more highlighting.
Really good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think picking out a lot of the details on the skulls and guns helped it look like they're supposed to be that way.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of supposed to be that way, we had a video out today, and we have another video out tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Wednesday, and then on Friday, of course. And we'll be back with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah,
So
the
join us
video.
for
The
that.
video today is like 2 minutes. Everybody go watch it twice.
Exactly. 3
Good
times. Send it to your
night.
mom.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
And